She said in our country we do.
I could only understand the word halwa, of which Arabs are very fond, I think. Please.
She said that in our country people do celebrate the birthday of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and she wants to know, is it specifically on the 12th of Rabi al-Awwal or not? And they do insist on some gathering they called halaqat al-dhikr, and also al-halwa, or the sweets which they do distribute during these celebrations.
All this is an innovation which is not supported by the life of Muhammad and that of his Khulafa and the earlier generation of Muslims who followed. We never hear even a trace of such celebrations of his birthday during the early period of Islam, which of course nobody can deny was the best period of Islam. So these are only the signs of decay. When people go down the decadent trend which is followed by every nation, then these formalities do capture their minds and hearts. And they think that this is exactly the sign of their dedication. Well, it's not a sign of anything except of their will to be fed properly with halwa. That is all it serves them. It has no divine sign, no divine pleasure can be sought by indulging in these practices, because they were not the practice of Rasulullah and his followers. And as far as the 12 Rabiul Awwal is concerned, people differ about that. Great scholars disagree about the year of the birth of Rasulullah, about the month of the birth of Rasulullah, and it had to, on that, there had to be some disagreement, because at that time when he was born, he was not known to the Arabs as a future prophet. He was just a child born among the Arabs, and no one recorded it. So all the traditions we speak of his birth and the year of his birth are traditions which appeared much later in history, and they are reported by people who did not exist at the time of Rasulullah's birth. So everything is doubtful. But what is not doubtful is that this is not the way of the Holy Prophet himself, which they are following. To help the Muslims of today to awaken their conscience to the reality of these celebrations, I invite them for a while to experiment with visualizing Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, Hazrat Umar, Hazrat Usman, Hazrat Ali Rizwanullah alayhim, just for a few moments. I invite them to visualize them holding such celebrations in their time. A lot of halwa being prepared. All the Sahaba gathered round them, and they are eating halwa with such love and saying, a great prophet was born today. They can't visualize such a thing. The question is, do they love Rasulullah more than Hazrat Abu Bakr did? More than Hazrat Umar did? More than Hazrat Usman, Hazrat Ali did? Rizwanullah alayhim? So what is this meaningless occupation of theirs? They must put it to the touchstone of the love of the Khulafa, which they held for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.